everybody, it's Emily here, and today is day 70 of the Odin project. This is my first daily vlog, so I am excited to share with you the progress that I've made with the JavaScript course. So today I learned about asynchronous code. I finished reading chapter 3 of You Don't Know JS. Yesterday I read chapter 2, which was all about callback functions, particularly the issues that we face when we use callback functions, which are inversion of control and the nonlinear nature of callback functions, which can make it hard for us to think about and write our code. Chapter 3 was all about promises. Promises can offer solutions to a lot of the issues that we encounter when we use callback functions. A promise is basically like an object that might return a value in the future. You Don't Know JS gives a great analogy of a promise being like an order number on a receipt that you receive after you pay for a cheeseburger. So the receipt itself is not a cheeseburger, but it is a promise that you will receive a cheeseburger once it is ready. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for the cheeseburger, you can do other stuff like text your friends or go get a drink. And it's kind of like asynchronous code, where other code blocks are free to execute while you're waiting on your promise to be resolved. So to be honest, I found the You Don't Know JS chapters 2 and 3 to be pretty challenging. They were very long and quite detailed, and there were a lot of concepts that I hadn't seen before. So I found the best way to get through them was to divide my time into 25-minute chunks and just give my undivided attention to reading during those 25-minute chunks and then take a couple minutes for a break in between. There are still some concepts that I don't entirely understand, but I feel comfortable with the main gist of what the chapters were covering. After completing the chapters, I moved on to learning about APIs, which are application programming interfaces, which I was particularly excited for because APIs have been mentioned a lot throughout the curriculum, and I had a vague understanding of them, but I really wanted to dig in and figure out more about what they actually are. So with this lesson, we created user profiles to obtain API keys for Open Weather Map API and Giphy API to practice fetching data. I created a basic web page that fetches random cat GIFs from GIF API and populates them on the web page whenever the user clicks a button. And tomorrow I'm going to keep building on this web page by adding a search field so a user can input a term and then the web page will populate GIFs related to that term. Another part of today's lesson was reviewing the Fetch API documentation, which I also found a little bit challenging. There were a lot of new terms in that article and it was a little bit confusing, but I think it will become more clear once I start actually using Fetch. That is all that I have for today, so thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to follow along on our web dev journey. So have a great day, and I will see you next time.